Question 1. Is the eRET retrofittable to existing solar installations? Answer: yes. The eRET can work with any solar panel. The eRET uses the voltage and current output to generate power. Question 2. What is the electrical efficiency of the eRET? Answer: based on electrical input-output analysis, the eRET has been tested at 98.4% efficiency. Question 3. How does the eRET work? Answer: the standard solar panel collects an enormous quantity of charge from the energizing of ions from the photons arriving from the sun situated within the solar cell. This is due to a substantial rain of photons impacting on the solar panel. The eRET collects that charge and focuses the charge from the panel to a very small area of high energy. This ratio is over 50,000. A high energy current results from the concentration of charge. Question 4. Why is an inverter not needed? Answer: an inverter is a device that converts direct current to alternating current and vice versa. All solar installations need an inverter to convert direct electricity from the output of a solar panel to alternating current that can be used by electrical devices commonly employed today. The capital cost of the inverter constitutes a significant fraction of the cost of a solar installation. The eRET eliminates the need for an inverter since AC and DC can be produced within the module. By altering the flow of electrons, alternating current can be generated. Question 5. The eRET can produce very high powers, less than 10 kW. How can one produce that much power using only a 200-watt solar panel? Answer: electric circuits have the unique feature to possess an independent current and voltage source. Since electric current is a sequence of elementary charges, electrons, the incipient electrons can, in turn, result in the generation of high-energy electric currents. The energy reservoir of a solar panel, which resides in the p-n junction of a solar cell, can be accessed quickly without depletion since the rate of photon arrival from the sun and energizing the intrinsic electrons is faster than the emission of electrons from the eRET. For example, energetically, an electron at a potential of 20,000 volts only contains about 3.2 by 10 to 15 joules of energy, a millionth of a billionth of a joule of energy. A typical solar panel can process about 200 joules per second. Accessing small quantities of energy at fast rates is one of the hallmark characteristics of the eRET. High powers are attained by quickly energizing a coherent sequence of charges constituting an electric current. Question 6. How can the eRET produce hydrogen and electrical power simultaneously? Answer: quantum mechanics states the electron can be considered both a particle and a wave. This was theorized by the great physicists Louis de Broglie and Albert Einstein. Two other physicists, Clinton Davison and Lester Germer, at Bell Telephone Laboratories in 1927, proved the hypothesis set forth above. The eRET uses the above fact to generate an electron as a particle for the purpose of generating electrical power and coherent radiation as a wave as a result of its transit within the device. The waves produced as a result of the acceleration of the electron results in waves at certain specific frequencies, whereby the oxygen-hydrogen bond absorbs the radiation efficiently, thereby breaking the bond. Using our proprietary membrane, we are able to separate the products of the water dissociation process into separate pure streams of hydrogen and oxygen. Question 7. How big is the eRET? Answer: the eRET has a very small footprint. The core device can fit in the palm of your hand. The entire eRET system could fit into a shoebox. Question 8. Why is the eRET a point-of-use generator? Answer: traditionally, energy resources were located far away from the conversion facilities, power plants, and the ultimate users of electrical power, transmission grid. In order to economically distribute the energy for electric power, it was important to construct and build centralized power plants and a transmission grid to deliver it. The electrical power infrastructure for enabling this scenario is extremely expensive. There are at least 1.5 billion people on the planet that use expensive kerosene and candles for lighting purposes. The eRET will be able to provide a cheaper electrical alternative to people who do not have access to electricity. One overriding barrier is the cost of the electrical infrastructure that needs to be established. The eRET allows the direct generation of electricity at the consumer site without the need for any electrical infrastructure. This is possible because the means of generating power is all around us, namely the sun and water. Question 9. Can the eRET produce the same chemicals that are commonly generated using a fossil fuel source? Answer: yes. The eRET is able to generate pure, inexpensive hydrogen, which is the key building block of the chemical industry. The carbon source for organic chemical manufacture for the eRET is carbon dioxide. Hydrogen and carbon dioxide can combine over a catalyst to produce most, if not all, the same chemicals produced from fossil fuels. Even the production of ammonia can be successfully executed with nitrogen from the air and hydrogen from wastewater. The ability to generate chemicals at the point of use will eliminate an expensive capital infrastructure for production and distribution of valuable chemical products. As an example, the generation of ammonia and fertilizer could, in principle, be produced at the farm for immediate use. The cost of ammonia using the eRET is independent of the price of the fossil fuel source. For example, natural gas, as well as the transportation costs associated with bringing the fertilizer to the consumer. Question 10. How does the eRET stack up with other commercial hydrogen technologies? Answer: today, there are two commercial technologies for producing hydrogen: steam methane reforming and electrolysis. Steam methane reforming is a process that uses methane as a source of hydrogen. Methane is burnt to provide the heat and steam needed to pull off the hydrogen atoms from the methane molecule. As prices rise for methane due to political and resource constraints, the price of hydrogen will also rise. Steam methane reforming is also an intense global warming technology where 14 kilograms of carbon dioxide are produced for every kilogram of hydrogen generated. Although electrolysis has a high efficiency, 70%, it relies on external sources of electricity. Since the most common source of electricity is from fossil-fueled power plants, the net efficiency may drop to levels close to 25% due to the inefficient process of making electricity. Question 11. Can the eRET technology be used in cars? Answer: the hydrogen produced by the eRET process can be used as a fuel for cars and trucks that are built or modified to run on this gas.